All right, we are finally doing this. Hi, my name is David. Welcome to my channel. This is my very first video. I'm really excited to be doing this and to have you watch. And if you stick through to the end, I'll share with you some travel advice, which will make your life a little easier. So a little bit more about my background. I'm from the US, born and raised in San Francisco. Grew up pretty much all my life in California. I worked in the tech industry for about 15 years. And then in 2019, I was a digital nomad. So I was able to travel all over the world, to Europe, to South America, to Asia. And then even during the pandemic, I had to slow down my traveling, but I was still able to go to countries where they accept tourists, obviously with precaution. And so now I live in Thailand full time. I have a long-term visa here. So last July, I decided to quit my full-time job in tech. I was a software engineer. And now I'm just taking some time off of work. I'm trying to spend some time to sort of shift my career a little bit, to do something creative. I've always wanted to learn Thai, so I'm actually starting that this year. And I want to make a life here, right? After traveling for 2 to 3 years, it's been a wonderful experience, but I kind of miss having a home base, and I want to be here in Bangkok, where I am right now, to actually help just build a community here in a city that I love. I mean, I think of Thailand as the best country in the world, and I think of Bangkok as one of the best cities in the world. And I really want to show you why that is. In a later video or sets of videos, I'm gonna explain sort of my life in Thailand, my life in Bangkok to you all. And so the goals of this channel, I want to invite you into my world to show you sort of how I live my life in Thailand, in Bangkok, and to just share with you how I ended up here, and just to show you like what life is like over here and how you all can make a life as well outside the States. It's a wonderful existence. It's not necessarily for everyone. And I still think, the US is a great place. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today had it not been for the opportunities of growing up in the US, obviously. But also at the same time, I want to show you what life is like elsewhere if you're deciding to make a life abroad. And so sit back, enjoy the ride as I create content and as I invite you into my world. And so we could explore sort of life together in Bangkok, in Thailand, in Southeast Asia. And so why the channel name? Well, the channel name, Go Back to Asia, is kind of tongue-in-cheek. I think I really liked it because it encapsulates my life, right? I decided to go to Asia and go back. Well, what does that mean? Well, traditionally it's used kind of as a slur, right? For people who are of Asian descent, but I wanted to take back the term because for me, going back to Asia was really good, and also just going and exploring the world. And so I wanted to kind of use that term to sort of summarize my journey. And I think it's catchy. So, hence the channel name, Go Back to Asia. Thank you very much for sitting with me, letting me introduce myself, the goals of this channel, the channel name. And as a prize, I'm going to share with you a travel tip. It's a product that I use. It's called Airalo, and it's actually an eSIM. So when you land at the airport, you could actually hit the ground running and have data right when you land. So you could basically buy the eSIM for the country that you're going to go to, and then you could just turn on the phone when you land at the airport. And so it is really, really convenient. It will be really, really good if you're not going for a very long time. So packages run from a day, a few days, a week, half a month. And so for me, if I'm going to a place for say even a day or transiting and I want some data, I use Airalo. And I actually did it when I was in Japan coming to Thailand. I was there for about 8 hours. And so I used Airalo to get a really cheap package. Some countries are more expensive than others, so just be mindful of that. So in Thailand, Airalo is actually really, really cheap. You could get half a month's worth of data for I think less than $20. And so I have a referral code. You give 3, you get 3. So the referral code is down in the description. And so that's it. Thank you very much for watching this first episode. Stay tuned for more episodes to come with more travel tips and advice for living your best life.